Yo boys, me back with another video. Today we're doing a RPG video and we're going to be talking about a little bit of things today, but first we're going to be talking with the RPG system and the gear system, and let's get on with the video. So we were actually started off a little early in the video. For some reason, my videos have been really dark, so if anyone knows how I can fix this, hit me up on Discord, whatever. But I've looked through every setting and I have not found where the lighting is because my lighting just seems really bad. I don't know, maybe it's normal for you guys, but it feels dark when I watch it. Like ever since I reset it, and I know it's something, but I couldn't find it. So if anyone can help me out, that'd be good. But if not, it's not a super big deal, I guess. But yeah. First, I think what RPG really needs is it really needs a gearing system to where you're not facing people that have 110k HP at 1500 CR. So I sapped this guy. This is actually a beautiful sap. We actually 100 out of this guy because he's clueless. Druids think they cannot trinket my burst go just because I only have 100k, and usually fully geared rogues I think have like 115k. I'm pretty sure, especially in BGs or arenas or whatever with the buff. So we burst him here. Actually said bust him. I was about to say combustion, but very unfortunate, wrong class. So we actually kill this guy, we get a free cap, but I think they need a gearing system, which you know they can do. So they need a gearing system where if you are under 290, you're facing under 290. You're not facing this. I don't know what because there's plenty of groups that people just have like gears of 290. Like they have like 50 HP, 75 HP. I've joined a bunch of groups that have had that. Maybe it might be a little bit too difficult because like if you're one person out of it, so let's say you have a 10-man, right, and then you have four that are 290 plus, then it could be kind of difficult. I feel like they could do it if they really wanted to, but they're not going to because it's too much work for them. Them doing anything would be surprising. Just like this season's worse than the last season in my opinion. Um, I mean, queuing RPGs has never really been competitive. It hasn't been competitive in a long time. It's really just play the right comp and you win every game. You don't have to be good necessarily. Maybe like when you're facing like rank ones and you're actually facing good players, I could see it, but I can't really see like I literally at this like CR, these guys have 115k and they're sitting there backpedaling and they can kill me in an RPG because he clicks 1 2 3 faster than I can click 1 2 3. So this guy incarns instantly, so he actually does a smart play, but yeah, I think the gearing system is terrible. I think you need to get way more conquest and honor. I don't know why, but they make you wait an hour to get into group and then an hour to win, and then you're getting enough for one piece upgrade when there's 9 upgrades, like or 8 technically, because the ninth one's just the 2400 that doesn't count. So for some reason, they have the great idea of having 9 tiers and then having you get no honor or conquest, so you're sitting there spending an entire day getting one piece, which is dumb. Especially on the fourth season. Like I can see it being on the first, the second, maybe even the third. But after that, it's like, bro, there's like gonna be a couple months of this season and then we're done. I don't know why they didn't just add in the 1 tier conquest like they're gonna be in Dragonflight. I feel like that's just stupid. I don't know why they didn't just add it in to test it. Nobody wants to sit there and gear. It's boring. Nobody's ever had fun gearing. It's just not fun. It's boring. You cannot queue anything that if you can queue at any CR in anything, threes, twos, and RPGs, and you're gonna get outgeared every single time because everyone's gonna have max gear in that bracket. It's not fun. You can't play it. It doesn't matter how good you are, you will just get dominated by a warlock clicking bleeds, and you will die instantly. Same thing with LE, same thing with fully geared rogues. Almost every class. If a class outgears you, they actually have a chance of beating you. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be super bad, you could legit backpedal and you could beat rank ones, or you can even beat, like I've seen Mud face literally people that were backpedaling and they lost. I've seen a bunch of streamers too that just the other day I faced another tank DBS because I had to get another win. Like I know today, till like Tuesday, I'll have to get a win. I guarantee they're gonna be max 2.1 gear at like 2300 tomorrow, which is kind of expected because it's twos obviously. But the first queue I did when I got back here, I think I already told you guys this. I faced a tank druid rogue tank druid. Not so what the tank did is all he did was he basically came in and he clicked thrash, and there's like a Venthyr build that you can do, or there's some type of tank build that you can do with druid to make you do unlimited damage for like 30 seconds, and you're basically just you can get whatever cooldown you want, and then all the assassination rogue has to do is click vendetta, and then kill you instantly. So he's just wanting the one shot build necro version, and he just one shotted me. So that was beautiful. But yeah, the gearing system is just really bad. The honor system, I think is terrible. It's garbage. Unless you're in an like a pre-made. Now, if you're in a pre-made, then I think you're fine. But let's be honest, it's rare that you're getting a pre-made, like a full pre-made. I mean, if you can get like 6 or 7, even 5 plus of a pre-made, usually you're good depending on what the pre-made is. Like if you have your friend playing a tank, and then you have a healer, and then you have a good rogue, and then a boomy, and then you just have those four. I mean, you can carry the group with just those four technically. But yeah, if you have a full pre-made that's a 10 man, then this doesn't really apply to you because you can just spam Qs and basically pre-mades usually destroy everything usually, unless it's like a good XP, like a low CR, high XP group, which usually that's what happens. That's what I join. I join these YOLO groups, and I basically just destroy everyone. As long as people have like over 1400 XP, we usually win. And so yeah, I think the honor is just terrible. I hate waiting an hour each group to get one win and then have everyone disperse just to wait another hour to get in a group to either win or lose. And usually you're going to lose unless you actually get in a group that is rare that you actually get in a good group. Let's be honest, because not many good players don't really play RPGs unless they're high tier already. They're like 2200 like SSDS. You have a few other streamers that are playing high CR like 2K plus, and they're just like trying that's because that's their main source, or they just do it because they stream all day, whatever. That's what I would do if I streamed all day. I would just do arenas and then spam RPGs to get hero. But um, so yeah, the gearing system, and then it also comes down to the difference is I know RPGs is based around comps, but I think it's too based around certain comps. So like if there's it's because of Blizzard buffing things that don't need to be buffed. Like if you ever face a triple warlock boomy Ellie, if you face anything with a triple lock in it, and if they're good locks, like I'm saying, like if they're geared locks, you're probably gonna lose. Like every time I face triple lock, it's almost been an instant loss. They've just melted. Like imagine getting 3 Glad XP plus warlocks, affliction, and all of them, they're just not livable. They're just bleeding everything and you die instantly. Unless you perma-focus all 3 of them with all your team, which usually doesn't happen as a yellow when you're not in a voice. And as you can see, I got one tap there, unfortunately. But yeah, I think them buffing Warlocks was the dumbest thing they can do. Them buffing Ellie, I think Ellie got way too much of a buff. Ellie just one taps now. If you've seen like Sea-Doo's videos and stuff, I've seen some of his Ellie videos, and I haven't played much of Arena, thankfully, because I would have had the most boring time. Like I'm probably just gonna get 2400, and then or actually once I'm full 2100, since there's no conduits. I mean I'll probably get 2400 later, but and I'll also get Glad before the season ends. But I'll probably just start off doing viewer games and start selling gold carries, so then we can start the arena games off. Because I know a lot of you guys are in for the arena gameplay. So yeah, the comp wise in RPGs, I hate it so much. A legit comp can counter you to the hardest extent just by having the best comp. Like a best comp versus even it could be a best like the best in slot comp for that map, and you can have a really good team and you still have a huge high chance of losing just because of their comp. If their comp's based around a certain thing, it's just really hard to beat them. Especially if they're good. Like if they're good XP, you're usually gonna lose if they counter comp you. That's just how it is, which I hate, but that's just how it is. So I think the comp wise isn't the thing because at the same time you could be doing that comp. So we actually just globe. Me and the hunter actually just globe with that kid. So I don't really think it's much on the comps. I think it's really just gear, conquest, earning, honor earning, and then I don't know why, but I feel like they should add a new map or they should add a mount in it. I don't know why they haven't done this yet. Add a reward mount for RBGs and twos and then threes, and then make it different colors or something. Like it's like so amazing that we're paying $15 a month for a game that is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they can't put a mount that they've already been doing for the last 15 years. So I don't understand what's the problem of just adding in mounts for each bracket. It would make people actually want to play. Nobody wants to queue RBGs for the hero title. Nobody wants to queue twos for the elite title. They're irrelevant. It just sucks. Why queue RBGs or twos when you can get threes and get a cool looking mount? Or get something that as a reward. People play for the reward. But it doesn't understand that, obviously. So I don't know what is going on with their brains, but I don't know. To me, I would maybe it's just me, but if they added in amount for twos and RBGs, I would definitely play RBGs. Like I'd play RBGs for my main source as well. But like I said, it's just they're not gonna do anything good for the game unless it's on accident. That's just usually how it goes. Like they haven't done anything good for the last 5 years, and then all of a sudden they want to do something good for the game, which usually means 10 times. So you can tell Dragonflight, they're hyping it up, and then you're going to have to do 25 different things just to get gear. Watch, it's going to happen. They're hyping it up for it to be like a nice season. You only have to get one tier of conquest gear. It's looking pretty good. And then you're going to have to do 20 things just to unlock the conquest gear. And your conduits, they're not even going to. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I just feel like every time they act like it's going to be better, it gets 10 times worse. And I would honestly, I would love to see how much worse they can get this game. Like this game has to be one of the worst game that's the only people that play this game are people that are addicted, or like older people that just come home and play for like an hour or two, or maybe three, and then log off, and then don't get back on for another like week. That's just how it is. But I can tell Dragonflight has like a 50, no, probably a 70% chance of flopping, and that like what I mean by flopping is it's gonna be good at first, and then they're gonna do something when you're gonna find out later, and it's gonna take you like 10 years. So this guy tries to bait me here, and he actually pays for it. Watch this. So they have 5 people in this room right now. So they have a DK, a priest, two H-Pals, and a druid. So this guy got real. So I go back out, right, and then I come back in. Then I come out of stealth just to bait them because the game's basically over. And then they swap it to the priest and they swap it to the DK. And actually, I think this is where we kill the DK. I'm gonna say think because I don't remember if we did, but I'm pretty sure we just destroy them, and they were so salty. Imagine getting 5v1, the greatest special of the today's youth. Awesome. But yeah, that's what I think is wrong with RPGs. You guys can let me know what else is wrong with it. I think the maps they really need. I think they really need some more maps. I don't know why they haven't made a new map. Make a good map. Like they've had these same maps for so long. Why can't they do anything different? Quote unquote multi-billion-dollar company. Unless it's just a billionaire company, which I highly doubt. So this priest actually has a IQ of a dung beetle. He actually hits the 5 head jump up air. He keeps hitting me right here for no reason. So they swap the flag here, and this is where the IQ of the worm comes in, and we basically just honored him. So it was a 5v1 situation, but I'm used to that. I'm used to 100-0ing everybody that I see. So here they try everything in their power to stop me, but I'm a god among men. I do not fall. I blind him on his AoE, and then here, as you can see, we're gonna drop our trinket and we're gonna bait them. So we're dropping our trinket in the last second. I'm gonna stun him, and you're dead. Bye. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. CC, BB. I catch you tomorrow.